Welcome back. Well, there's green back on the screen now. The Nifty is managing about a 0.25% move up. The mid-cap index is a little better with about 0.5%, just under 0.5% up move. You can see how choppy and rugged that graph is. The level of volatility in tight ranges. That's been the hallmark of trade so far this Tuesday morning. Let's take the conversation now to Deepak Jasani, who's joining in, head of retail research at HDFC Securities. Deepak, good to have you on. We want to start by discussing how the market has responded to some of the earnings that came in from the capital goods arena. And I'm specifically, of course, talking about ABB. Very, very sharp reaction there on the upside. And even BEML. BEML also striking a confident note for the current year. What is your stance on some of these companies, and what would your expectation be, given the very sharp run-up in stock prices already?
Yeah, good morning, and thanks for having me. Capital goods sector or engineering sector has been one of our favorites for the last few quarters, mainly because of good amount of visibility that we have in terms of execution of, in terms of order bookings, in terms of margins, which are quite protected despite commodity prices fluctuating. So now, whether it is the power sector, which has been seeing an uptick in ordering, which has benefited stocks like ABB, or BEML has been benefited by defense-related orders. So there, I think the revenue visibility, the consistency in the growth top line, and the maintaining the margins or improving the margins is what is attracting people. So despite the fact that the core valuations look a bit stretched, I think people want to flock to areas or sectors where they are quite confident of deliverance of financial performance quarter after quarter.
Deepak, if someone has a 3 to 5 year time horizon, is Zomato attractive at current levels of 190 rupees, 200 rupees? Or because there is a risk that competition is, a listed competitor is, going to be on the anvil very soon, Swiggy, then maybe the valuations could come under pressure. How would you approach something like Zomato, even if you have a long-term time horizon?
So we don't have a coverage on that stock, and I would not like to comment in depth on that stock. But having said that, I think the space has done quite well so far, and there is a lot of potential of growth in that space. Plus, this company has that Blinkit, whose valuations is supposedly to be higher than the core business. So, in that sense, all the key things are in place. Having said that, I think one will have to sort of time your entry appropriately to sort of avoid the risk of slowdown from competition or from regulatory issues as and when they sort of crop up.
By the way, I'm just sort of looking at railway stocks. All of them have spiked up in the last half an hour. I mean, it's been quite a move. Let's pull them up. RailTel is up 7.5% right now. IRFC is up 6.5%. Aircon 6%, RVNL 6%. So the railway rally,
IREDA, that's up 5%.
IREDA is up as well. So the whole railway rally is, has begun all over again. The rail run is chugging along. Maybe one can say very interesting. This is after a while, after a bit of a gap, that we're seeing such a move across the board in railway stocks. That's an interesting trend. Deepak, what's your view on these companies? I mean, railway PSUs. They've had a good run. And how would you sort of look at them now? Are any of them still under your coverage portfolio? What's the advice?
So we have had buys on some railway stocks in the past, and the targets have been met. So as of now, we don't have a buy on any of them. Now, what has happened is the results, the Q4 results of rail stocks have been a sort of mixed bag so far. And I think being PSUs, election-related expectations will drive them up and down every now and then. So in case one feels that the current government is going to get re-elected with a good majority, then probably the whole PSU basket, including rail, defense and banks, will see a re-rating. Maybe we'll see sectoral rotation or thematic rotation day after day. So today it's a turn of railway, maybe tomorrow it will be defense, and maybe day after it will be something else. So that is how we will view the sector or the theme currently as.
By the way, the other pocket which is seeing buying is the entire shipbuilding stock. So Cochin Shipyard has won a large order. So that's, that's pushing the stock up. But other than that, you've got a Garden Reach Shipbuilders that's up more than 6%. Mazgaon Dock is up close to about 6.5%. GE Shipping is up 5%. SCI, even smaller companies like Shreyas Shipping are showing you gains. So that's the other. So I think just PSUs are back, right?
They never went anywhere, I think.
They never went anywhere. But defense is up, shipping is up, railways are up. So that's, clearly the pocket of interest. Deepak, any thoughts on Titan now? It was a favorite. It was a portfolio stock for most investors. But now what the management had to say about competition eroding margins, at least in the near to medium term, is that something which is enough for investors to just book profits on your investment?
Yeah, our institutional wing has a sell call on Titan. So in that sense, what you say makes sense, in the sense that with the competition growing, with gold prices continuing to rise, the attractiveness of Titan at these kind of valuations is quite low. So maybe once it has some other trigger, or once gold prices come down and we see resurgence of buying in jewelry, then we can have a rethink on that. But till that time, I think we have sell.
By the way, that's really interesting news on your screens. It's exclusive that Mankind is on the prowl looking to buy, company for about 2 billion. That's a large valuation for Bharat Serum. That seems to be the target entity. Mankind is looking to buy, and it'll be buying from Advent, the PE promoter. That's the news that we're picking up, and we'll try and get you more with our sources in just a bit on this. Mankind is also reporting numbers today, by the way. Stocks up almost 4%, so we should have more clarity once that investor call happens. Deepak, any interest? Mankind or Pharma? I mean, Mankind's been a bit of a unique story, right? Largely all domestic, and it has done fairly well since the listing.
Right. The company has grown quite well since the inception, and since listing also, it has seen a rise in the valuation. But at this point, we don't have a coverage on that stock. So nothing more than that.
In the auto pack, which one would be your preferred stock? The numbers are looking good. At least the two-wheelers, there is a recovery in rural demand. The Tata Motors has taken a bit of a hit. How would you approach the auto space now, the frontline stocks?
So within the auto space, our institutional wing has a buy on Mahindra & Mahindra. So that is the stock where we are bullish, having sort of valuations or SOTP kind of structure from various businesses, including the tractors and their personal. The PVs are also doing quite well lately, the SUVs especially. So that is the current pick.
Okay. All right, Deepak, we will leave it on that note for today. Thank you very much for joining in and taking our questions. On that note, let's take a quick break. On the other side, we'll come back with an interesting discussion. Luxury sales of residential homes have overtaken sales of affordable homes in the first quarter of this calendar year. Now, that's a headline that perhaps will really catch your attention. More on this, we will discuss all the trends with Anuj Puri, chairman of Anurag Property Consultants.